Good evening and welcome once again to Beating COVID-19 African Style. As we come to the close of this week's session, we covered the following. We covered Beating COVID-19 African Style, where we talked about Africa is doing it. Number 2, we said Beating COVID-19 African Predictions. What the scientists, model makers have said about Africa and its predicaments, what we are facing. Number 3, we talked about the conspiracy stuff. What the conspiracies have been there and many more, which maybe you guys can share in the comments. Number 4, we talked about 4 stories and 4 lessons. And the stories of Dr. Ling Wei Liang, Boris Johnson, Andrea Bocelli, and Clay Bentley. Then we covered beating COVID-19 by sight or by faith. Yesterday we covered beating COVID-19 Essential You, and today we're going to cover beating COVID-19, and I won't give you the title until the very end. Anyway, today is a wrap up of the week. This series is over. We start the week with a new series, new topic, new everything about beating COVID, another facet of beating COVID-19 once again. I mean, just sending it out of the ring, and we can declare victory. Indeed. And today's lesson is just wrapping everything up so far we've covered over this whole period of beating COVID-19. Now, I wouldn't say most of you, I mean, some people would say, do you believe? Is it believable? Is it a believable request? When I tell you we can beat COVID-19, I mean, do you believe me? Is it believable? Is it credible? Are you able to believe it? Beating COVID-19 has been a theme that I've been running with for more than a month now, so that each and everyone out there who listens and watches can actually feel confident that COVID-19 is not a death sentence. It's not an imprisonment. You can beat it. And today I just want to cover the believability. You know, believable means credible or able to be believed. That's what it means. And I want you to know that I believe that I can beat COVID-19. You know, whether I miss it, get it, but I'm going to make sure I get through it. Now, having a belief alone may not be enough. So I want to turn the word believable into a slogan for life. For my life, for your life, and for anyone else who wishes to ask, can we beat this thing? I want to say it's believable. You can't believe and beat COVID-19. Now, I'm going to break it into 3. In the word believe, there is the first 2 letters, which is B, B-E, and then live, which is L-I-E-V, and able, which is like able. Now, Be.Liev.Able. Good. Aha. Be means to exist, to occur, to take place. Let there be. Cause something to exist. Live, which is that's how it's pronounced, is a name which means lion-like. Check the dictionary, guys. L-I-E-V is I think it's a Jewish name or something, but it actually means lion-like. And able is having the power, skill, or opportunity to do something. I want to be believable. I want to be believable. Yeah, it's a twist of words. The world at the moment, and being a Sunday, I'm feeling a bit preachy, but I will not preach tonight. if you read the book of Psalms chapter 53, you will see what happened when people stopped believing. And you see what has happened in this particular, I'm using my phone now just to get the verses out. What has happened is that in Psalms 53, let me get it, 53 verses 1, it's just about 6 chapters. It says, the empty-headed fool has said in his heart, it's like a past tense, has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt and evil and have committed repulsive injustice. There is no one who does good. God has looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there is anyone who understands, who seeks after God, who requires him, who longs for him as an essential to life. Remember being essential. Every one of them has turned aside and fallen away. Together they have become filthy and corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. Have workers of wickedness no knowledge or no understanding? They eat up my people as though they ate bread, and have not called upon God. There they are, in great terror and dread, where there has been no terror or dread. For God scattered the bones of him who besieged you. You have put them to shame, because God has rejected them. Oh, that the salvation of Israel would come out of Zion. When God restores the fortunes of his people, let Jacob rejoice, let Israel be glad. People have forgotten the purpose for what, or whom, or where, or how, or the raison d'etre for their existence. People have forgotten why they were created. Well, I'm from the created school of thought, just for the record. And they forgot why they were created. I mean, the reason why we were put on this earth is to be believable. Yes, to be believable. Listen to what God said when he was making us. So God created man in his own image and likeness of God. He created him. Male and female, he created them. Pull some air for that one. And God blessed them, granting them certain authority, and said to them, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth, and subjugate it, which is put it under your power, and rule over, which means to dominate, the fish of the sea, the birds of the air, and every living thing that moves upon the earth. So God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed that is on the surface of the earth, and each tree which has fruit yielding seed, it shall be food for you. And to all the animals on the earth, and to every bird in the air, and to everything that moves on the ground, to everything in which there is breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so, because he commanded it. God saw everything he had made, and behold, it was very good, and he validated it completely. And there was evening, and there was morning, a sixth day. Remember the reason why you were created. You are created to be. You are caused to exist. So that as a lion, the king of the jungle, you may have the opportunity and power and skill to do something. Is it believable? If yes, be believable. Wake up in the morning, make a difference in your home, make a difference on your street, make a difference on your town, make a difference of your office, make a difference in your state, in your county, in your country, in your continent. And you know what? Not only will you be believable, you will be liveable. I say good night. I've had a good week. I told you guys that you have to be essential to survive, and this week I became essential for one night. It's believable. Africa is still baffling the numbers. It's believable. We can beat COVID-19. It's believable. Have a believable life. God bless you, take care of you, and see you in the next one. I'm excited for what is coming because I know now it is believable.